Before this video starts, I want to say something, and this is directed to one person only, so let's get with it. Boy, stop asking me for a shout out. I'm literally serious, bro. This is so annoying. You always come to my comment section and ask, shout out. Shut up, bro. I'm not giving you a shout out. Like, this is the last time I'm gonna say this. Stop asking for shout out. So basically, once everybody arrives back from the Hidden Leaf Village, Naruto rendezvous with Mizuki, and what they talk about is planning on destroying Konoha and maybe teaming up with Orochimaru. Naruto and Mizuki were debating whether they should have him or not. Now Mizuki was pro with him coming because he did grant him a lot of power, as in the filler it said, but Naruto said, no, I don't think it would be a good idea. Mizuki asks why, and Naruto says, because his pervy experiments might come into plan with the Tentails inside me. Mizuki said, right. Another thing that needs to come into play is Naruto and Mizuki's training. If they don't train enough to kill the third Hokage and a bunch of powerful shinobi and take over the land, so Naruto and Mizuki train daily for 3 hours a day. They would spar, they would do taijutsu exercises, learn a lot of jutsu. The one thing that Naruto hid from Mizuki was a laser jutsu because he thought it was too overpowered. And please do not take the last thing I said into consideration with all those celestial bonds, because for the last part I just wanted to say some random stuff to get it over with, so don't take any of those celestial speed of light's powers into consideration. Naruto is just as strong as the third Hokage. Now Naruto and Mizuki started planning something out that would actually be very useful to their plan. It's to kill powerful clan leaders like Ino Shikacho, and they're obviously not going to kill the main branch, they're going to kill their kids. They're going to kill Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. Now the way they're going to do this is assassination. And they will kill these people in the Chunin exams, not out of the Chunin exams, because anyone in the forest who dies is legal, but if you kill them out of the forest, that's illegal. So basically, to kill Neji and Hinata, this is also going to be during the Chunin exams, and they have to kill Neji and Hinata more because they need to eliminate and wipe off any powerful clan members like Neji and Hinata. So Hinata is a much easier opponent, so that's who Mizuki will be killing. Okay, so the team goes into the forest, and basically what happens is Naruto creates a shadow clone to make it look like he was a part of the team. So yeah, now let's look at what the real Naruto is doing. So he's preparing for the killing of Ino Shikacho. He sees them behind a bush, and he also sees Neji Hyuga. Naruto says, perfect. But once Neji used his Byakugan, he sensed out Naruto. And when he saw the Tentails, he was in utter shock.
I am the Tentails.
You're the tailed beast? And you're inside Naruto?
Yes, and I need your help.
As the Tentail screams. Neji is startled at first, but then keeps a calm composure and asks, how can I help you?
It's Naruto.
Yeah, what about him?
He's sucking me dry with Sakura. You must trigram me and stop the connection between the both of us.
And what will I get out of it?
You will get a piece of my chakra.
And so Neji breaks the seal between Naruto and the Tentails, and it takes at least 4 weeks. Alright, so through this act, Neji got some Tentails chakra, and basically this is going to be as much chakra as you would see from in between Shukaku or the Two Tails. Now through this, Naruto felt a little nauseous, but he thought nothing of it, but thought it would be better if he killed them later because the nauseousness might put a toll on him. Now let's shift over to Mizuki fighting Hinata. So basically what happens in this timeline is Mizuki disappears and reappears right in front of her. And he grabs her by the head, and Kiba tries to stop him, but Mizuki kicks him away, and when the bugs come, Mizuki puts up a repellent jutsu so the bugs can't attack him. And so he throws away Hinata into a tree. Then he goes right into him and takes out the Byakugan from her eyes and puts it in a jar and puts it in his pocket and kills off Hinata. Now Kiba and Shino think that they should leave because they think they will die from Mizuki from his power usage. So they decide to complain to the third Hokage that somebody took out the Byakugan, and Mizuki had a faint color, so they did not know how he looked like. Now from the Tentails chakra, Neji feels more of a dark person, a secluded person, and he wants to be around no one. Now, this is the reason why is because the Tentails is an evil person, so an evil being, so it took over Neji's mind, and the only thing he wants is consumed by darkness. Okay, so what I'm gonna be saying here is that Sasuke and Orochimaru. So Sasuke is a lot stronger in this timeline, so he's able to keep up with Orochimaru with no problems at all. And Naruto is actually seeing this through his shadow clone, and he likes Sasuke's darkness. He's still wondering if he should actually tell Sasuke about his true goals or not. Because Sasuke is the person who wants to kill Itachi. He wants to use his darkness against him. And just through the words Itachi, Sasuke gets angry. And this what gives Naruto an idea. Naruto did awaken his Rinnegan by now. So he puts Orochimaru under Genjutsu. And he made Orochimaru say, "You look just like Itachi, but you're not strong enough." This made Sasuke go full beast mode, and he beats up Orochimaru. Orochimaru had to use his last result, so he sneaked up on Sasuke using a dirty trick and put the curse mark on him, making Sasuke scream. Now from Naruto seeing this, he's kind of confused on what to do now, because he was planning on killing Sasuke as well, because he does have the Sharingan, which would be beneficial to him, but he will grow a Sharingan. And so for the time being, he decides to keep Sasuke alive and kill off Sakura. So basically the shadow clone of Naruto sees Sakura just laying down there useless, and he's just boiled up with anger because she cannot do anything right. So he decides to disappear and reappear, stand right in front of her and punch her in the face, and Sakura is confused by this. After that, Sakura got up and asked Naruto what's going on. But then she realizes that Orochimaru must have done something. So Sakura retaliates back and has a devastating blow and knocks out Naruto. Psych! You thought that was gonna happen, Sakura fans. None. This is what's gonna happen. Naruto is going to disappear and reappear right in front of her and then smash her head into a tree. And then he's going to blast her with a finger jutsu and then destroy her, demolish her, start crippling her, beating the hell out of her, bruh. Psych, Naruto fans, Sakura fans, you thought I was gonna do that? Nah, bruh. I'm never gonna do that ever again in my entire life. I mean, I'm never gonna say Sakura is actually good at something in my entire life.
Well, obviously, other than being useless.
And now I want to be tackling Gaara's situation. So basically what's gonna happen is Gaara is going to just be a normal shinobi in this timeline, because there is obviously no Shukaku, so he's not going to be like treated badly by anyone. So Mizuki sees that Gaara has some sort of potential with this Kekkei Genkai, and when Mizuki greets Gaara by saying this, Gaara attacks Mizuki, because Gaara does have like the vibe of wanting to kill someone, just not as much as before. Mizuki steps back at this and cuts the sand off. Temari and Kankuro are surprised that somebody was able to actually maneuver the attack. Then Naruto comes in and says, "Well, Mizuki, you found an opponent you can't beat." Keep talking, Naruto. Watch this. So basically what Mizuki did was clap his hands, and the entire forest was started to vibrate. And since the sand was actually a very good conductor of this, all his sand was lost. Now let's move on to Sasuke. So basically, because Sasuke is much more powerful in this timeline, Sasuke is more obedient with the curse mark, and it actually listens to him. And Sasuke does not hate Orochimaru as much as he did in the original timeline. He actually seems that it would be nice to actually be an Orochimaru's assistant and forget this entire Hidden Leaf Village ever existed in this timeline, and go train with Orochimaru and be stronger to kill Itachi Uchiha. Sasuke started destroying the entire forest so he can test his new power out, and the forest started burning, and a lot of proctors were actually able to see this. And they were actually kind of confused on what was going on, so they decided to check it. But once they got there, a catastrophe occurred. Okay guys, if you want the next part of Naruto's revenge as the Tentails Jinchuriki, please break the like goal of 55 likes and 1040 subs.